Hey guys, Greg, I'm back in another video, and today we're going to be talking about Friday Night Smackdown. This is the Smackdown after WrestleMania. Now, they opened up the show with our new undisputed WWE champion, John Cena, which seeing him on SmackDown has been it's going to be interesting to me. It's going to be interesting. After this whole opening, John Cena had a little moment in backstage, later on in the show, with R-Truth and Jimmy. Now, Jimmy just came out, after R-Truth and John had their moment. But the fact that R-Truth and John are still kind of like, John ain't saying nothing crazy to R-Truth, you know what I'm saying? R-Truth is still on John's side. So I'm just happy that has not broken up. Because honestly, John would be getting booed off the roof, even with that 17th, if he touches R-Truth. So I do see them possibly going away with that relationship. I just hope it, I don't know. I just love how R-Truth says that is his childhood hero. It's hilarious. John Cena was going to probably give us the same monologue that he gave us on Raw, but Randy Orton decided to save us. Randy Orton decided to come up and kind of confront him as somebody who has known, had a relationship for at least 25 years, which is like, dang. I cannot believe they're that, I'm not gonna say they're that old, like they're old, but I can't believe it's been 25 years. Like, it's really insane to me. And it's kind of sad because just as John Cena's on the end of his career, Randy is following soon after him. So, you know what? Let's not get a little sad. Let's not get sad, but let's look at this. At first it was more of a conversation. It was more of a conversation because of the history they've had together, and to see them have switched roles is very interesting. Now, it's not the same switch of roles because John Cena is justified in the way he's thinking. He's thinking as a man who has given his all, given his life for entertainment, yet everybody around him seems as if they were owed that time, which nobody's owed your time. And as John Cena is talking, Randy says, bro, you need to have some kids, bro, because you tripping. And John Cena says he basically had millions of kids because he raised everybody's kids. And honestly, John Cena, he has been a very important figure in a lot of people's childhoods and a very important standpoint on like morals and stuff for some children. I can't say the same though, but I'm just saying, for some folks, John Cena was that constant in their life. John Cena was that leading influence on them. And to be honest, that's just the cool thing. Like, for him to still have the highest amount of Make-A-Wishes is insane. The impact that John Cena has had on a generation is beautiful. It's very beautiful. And John Cena says, bro, I ain't got time to have my own kids because I got the whole world's kids. And then he ate with that one. He ate with that one. But seeing them go back and forth, it's been really good. I really have enjoyed it because I won't say that they were missing that with Cody Rhodes, but Cody Rhodes was feeling attacked. And Randy Orton is not even the one who, and Randy Orton is not feeling attacked. He's the attacker. And even still, there's some sort of respect between the two. So if it goes hard, it goes hard. And that's what I'm excited for. I am excited to see them too. Even though folks are going to say it's going to be a terrible match, they're only doing it for, nostalgia. But even if it's not like a 5-star match, nostalgia is nostalgia. Emotion is a very big part of wrestling. Have we not? Like, we forget that wrestling is built off of two things, storyline and moves. But for a good certain part of wrestling, that storyline is kicking the moves behind sometimes. Sometimes the moves are not all you need for a good match. Although you need both. You do need both. I won't even front with you. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie and say and be one of those folks that says just because you have a good storyline that means you can do anything in a match. No. You gotta do something in a match. As we've seen, you've got to do something in a match for it's gonna be a good match, for I'm to enjoy what is going on. After that, honestly, I gotta give John Cena his props because he got one over on Randy a little tad bit, got one over on Randy and threw the belt at him and then attacked him. Randy didn't let that slide, but that was a good part. That was a good part for John Cena. You know, John Cena really, I think after he gets over this whole soul thing and whatever, The Rock and Cody Rhodes, all that stuff, and Travis Scott, going forward, John Cena's gonna make this all work. And I saw that when I'm seeing their promo with one another. That whole mess with the soul thing, bro, we gonna forget all about that, but until it's time to circle back. And I enjoy that type of work from John. That's why you could tell he's a pro at what he's doing. Cause child, I wasn't even thinking about none of that soul stuff. Nah, I ain't thinking about that. I'm thinking about Backlash, which I hope it's gonna be a great main event. Now, the debut of Fraxum, which I feel like I say the name wrong, so don't be mad at me if I say the name wrong. But seeing this team, I'm thankful that they are on SmackDown. Although Raw needs some good tag teams, SmackDown really got the ballers. They got the hoopers. SmackDown has all the hoopers. Even though, you know, the big stories go to Raw, the hoopers are on SmackDown. Not to say nobody, I ain't saying them folks on Raw is trash, but the hoopers are on SmackDown. So to see them on there, and this tag division that's so hot, and they need, they kind of need they need something different, a new pop, and that's exactly what they are. Seeing them go against Las Garza, which Santos, that man is disappointed on the weekly. Respectfully, that man is disappointed on the weekly. No wonder he looking at Ray Phoenix, because it's time to jump ship. It is time to jump ship. That's how I feel like he kind of thinking, let me add him into Legado de Fantasma. That's what I'm thinking. Y'all heard it here. I think that's what he wants to do. But that debut match was a beautiful showing of how much of a asset Fraxum is going to be to the tag team division. And I say it plainly. It was a big night for the tag teams, a huge night for the tag teams. I have to give my props to the SmackDown women's the women's champions that are on SmackDown, Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax. I give it to those two women only because on weekly shows, they are willing to be in that ring. On weekly shows, they are willing to go against whoever kind of comes at them crazy. Sure, there's moments where they're probably not, but Tiffany Stratton has been working in that ring. And seeing her going against Jade Cargill, it was a match where both of them are able to get some time in the ring, and it wasn't a bad match. It was a good match showing their strengths. It showed where their strengths were 100%, and also gained a little interest and what that whole feud may look like in the future. Now, Tiffany, she really, getting that over on Charlotte, she really deaded all those comparisons, and I'm glad she did. That is like the worst thing, not the worst thing, but you don't really want to get compared to another superstar and that follow you your entire career, because then you're going to be like, there's kind of a ceiling for you. I don't know if that's the right word, but I would hate to be compared to a superstar and then stay in that box of what that superstar does and everything. That's kind of how I'm seeing it. But Tiffany Stratton is the one and only Tiffany Stratton. I love that, and I hope going forward that continues on. Like, girl, just be you. Just be you. Jade Cargill going off and going for her was very interesting, because let's be honest. Let's be honest. Nia was always coming back. Nia was always going to come back and get her rematch some way, somehow. I don't know why Jade... I'm just saying. I am just saying. I don't know why Jade thought she was done with Naomi either. Naomi showed that was not it. If you seeing how Naomi acted, she fed up. And you thought a WrestleMania winning was going to be the end-all, be-all. No. Did you not watch Drew McIntyre and CM Punk last year, Jade? She taking you through the mud. Hey, she's the Drew. innocent. Although she better than Drew. Let's keep that in mind. But she's the Drew McIntyre in this situation. So if you thought it was one and done, girl, that's a rookie mistake. But I will say this. I think there's something going on with Naomi and Nia. The way Naomi just rolled out that ring and then Nia came up, you're not fooling me. If there is not a tag team match between those 4 women in Backlash or even next week, they may be moving different, but I feel as though there's something gonna be between those women. Now, Bianca Belair will be out for a little bit because of she has a injury with her fingers, and I just hope she gets better and she's not gone too long. But Bianca, out of all people, deserves this break. She's been working hard for these past few years and doing it on a top level. So, although I'm sad, I'm fine with it. And that is probably a reason why they didn't add her into the storyline between, you know, a Backlash rematch. But when she comes back, the big 3 will be on her agenda because she said, my house is divided and Smackdown is my home. So I could see that maybe for SummerSlam. The main event, SummerSlam triple threat match. Yeah, that should be another time. Hey, hopefully we can get another 5-star match for these women on SummerSlam. Now, Jacob Fatu, that man is a beast. That man is a beast. Now, Solo, I really love Solo. Let's keep it a buck. I love Solo. Solo needs to find a place in this because he's just now a spokesperson. And that's going to get in his head because he was just saying that he's the reason why Jacob is in the place that he's in. And Jacob said, you better get in where you fit in, okay? I said I was going to do this. And for somebody that had enough ego to take the role of the tribal chief, that, in the long run, is not going to bode well. And now Tama Tonga is out for injury, so he doesn't have somebody else to kind of lead or boss around or even confide in. No, you just got Jacob and yourself. So some things are going to, something is going to blow up. It might be a slow burn, but something is going to catch on fire. And the whole celebration of him being champion, LA Knight comes out and wants to have a rematch. Rematch? We don't have rematches anymore. Okay, you don't get a rematch clause, bro. You better earn a rematch. Talking like he earned a rematch. No, bro. You better work for a rematch. Which that's when Drew McIntyre coming into the mid-card, I'm not too upset about it because let's keep it stacked. Let's keep it a stack. Him beefing with some folks, that would be mid-card equivalent. So why not run for the championship while being already in that mid-card? Why not? Why not? But his reasoning for it in kayfabe, I loved it. He basically said Randy got in front of him. That is the best way to put it and the only way to put it, because how would you just throw somebody like Drew McIntyre into a mid-card? And due to the fact that LA Knight and Drew McIntyre was going at it, they had a match which ended. It ended because Damian Priest wanted to come up through and get his revenge. So he is a man that it's not over with. But when he did it, Solo already tried to help Drew McIntyre win a match. So Jacob was hiding in that, picking them corners, and decided to attack all 3 of them in. LA, Drew McIntyre, and Damian Priest. Yeah, that I'm telling you right now, Jacob Fatu is built different. He is built different, and I'm just excited because he's gonna bring new life into this U.S. Championship belt that just has not been there. It just hasn't. The Miz. Now, let's talk about the great things. Let's leave the bad things for later on. Chelsea Green gets defeated by Zelina Vega, and Zelina Vega becomes the new U.S. champion. I am so happy because I needed something different other than the whole Secret Harvest, cheating and everything like that, and Chelsea Green being scaredy cat, all that. I wanted something different. Now, it was great while it lasted, and Chelsea Green fulfilled her role because she was continuously entertaining. You gotta remember, being continuously entertaining and remembered in a good light is what they're going for, and that's what Chelsea Green did. She did great as an inaugural champion, but it's time to move on. Time to move on, and I see a Michin and Zelina Vega match sooner rather than later. Her short self, she be doing it. She does it. Now, Carmelo Hayes, as y'all know, won the Andre the Giant tournament. And The Miz, being The Miz, took kind of credit for it. Took credit for it a little tiny bit. And decides to give Carmelo Hayes a chain. That chain, I can't put it into words. That chain almost disgusts me in a small way. Like, moving on, I guess I could deal with it and I can learn to like it, but at least Melo is, at least Melo is rubbing shoulders with a future Hall of Famer. I give him that. It's only up from here because we're already at the bottom. We're not at the bottom because Melo has consistently been on TV compared to his counterparts, even though they have titles, and that's important. They're in catering sometimes. They're sometimes just not in the main story, so I'm not upset. They're not in the story at all, so I'm not upset about it. I just want things to get better. And for some reason, The Miz... No, not for some reason. The Miz has a chip on his shoulder. A chip on his shoulder that will continuously be there. And he decided to express himself to the WWE Universe, and then Aleister Black comes out. And that was all she wrote. Now, I'm excited to see Aleister Black. I haven't really seen anything of his. I probably have, but have not noticed. Because sometimes, I will say it, people blend in. And if I don't already know you... I might like what you're doing, but I might not know it. That's exactly that person doing it, if that makes any sense. The match of the freaking night, which I really think this match should have been on the Mania card, but I also see the other half of it being like, you needed something for Smackdown as well. You can't just put everything into WrestleMania and then have nothing going forward, but there could have been stuff built for SmackDown and then this match be on the card, because it was a WrestleMania level type of match. This match was called like a WrestleMania match. This match felt it was beautiful compared to the other tag team match that we got at Mania. It cleared it out the water. And to be honest, I know that this is premature of some sort, premature 100%, but if we add something to, just a tad bit to the careers of the Street Profits, I believe if they're giving the opportunity to shine, if they're given that space and room to do something iconic and unique, they have a Hall of Fame caliber. They have the Hall of Fame caliber type of skill. Like, they really could make it into the Hall of Fame. And that might be a little headstrong because I just see the talent in them. And all those men are talented. Let's keep it a stack. They are all talented. Like, to have done a match like that, you have to be a little bit crazy, though. But that match was off the walls. They even gave props to the former match between, it was a Jeff Hardy ladder match, a TLC match, I think, with Edge and Christian. The Hardys and Edge and Christian, I believe, in the Dudley Boys. If I'm not mistaken, that might be another match. But y'all would know what I'm talking about. There was a spot where Jeff is trying to get these titles and he gets speared by Edge. That is like the same thing that happened with Angelo Dawkins. And to have done something like that, speared on the table. To have done something like that, he didn't get speared on the table, but to have done something like that is insane. They're all crazy, and they're all crazy talented. That match was beautiful. It had me on the edge of my seats because I was so scared that the Street Profits was going to lose their titles right just after getting them. And I was going to be pissed. To keep it sweet, I was going to be pissed. But that let me know everything that I needed to know. They just wasn't given the time and opportunity. All of them. They're all skilled. They're all on a different caliber. And tag team wrestling needs to be respected. Although I do want some people out of the tag team into a singles role, tag team wrestling needs to be respected because it's a beautiful part of wrestling. But that is all. Y'all let me know how you guys feel about Raw. And if that was fire, like, let me know how y'all felt about that TLC match, though. Like, if that's not a petition to have more TLC matches, I don't know what will be. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!